Rebecca Yarros' Iron Flame is the explosive second installment in the Empyrean series, continuing Violet Sorrengail's journey as she faces greater trials at Basgiath War College. After barely surviving her first year and forming an unprecedented dual bond with Taryn and Andarna, Violet is thrown into even more dangerous challenges, as new enemies emerge and old ones grow more formidable. As the war against the Venin intensifies, the stakes are higher than ever, and Violet must fight not only for survival but for the truth hidden within the walls of Basgiath. Returning to Basgiath for her second year, Violet quickly realizes that the challenges she faced before were only the beginning. The lessons are harsher, the battles more grueling, and the expectations even greater. The college administration, particularly the ruthless Major Varish, is determined to break her spirit. Varish, a staunch supporter of Navarre's leadership, sees Violet as a threat, given her growing power and her dangerous ties to Xaden Riorson, the son of the rebel leader who was executed after a failed uprising. Despite her fragile health, Violet has honed her skills and learned to wield her power with deadly precision. However, she soon discovers that Andarna, her smaller dragon, is experiencing a forced dormancy due to her age. Without access to Andarna's unique time-slowing abilities, Violet loses a major advantage in combat. This leaves her more vulnerable than before, forcing her to rely on Taryn, her intelligence, and her growing bond with her fellow riders. Violet's complicated relationship with Xaden continues to evolve in Iron Flame. Though they have undeniable chemistry, the weight of their pasts and the war raging around them create constant friction. Xaden is keeping secrets, ones that could change everything Violet knows about the war and their role in it. As she starts uncovering hidden truths, she begins to question her loyalty to Basgiath and the government she was raised to serve. Xaden's position as a rebel and his growing power make him both an ally and a liability. His actions are driven by a deeper mission, one that Violet struggles to fully understand. Their trust is tested time and again, especially as Violet learns more about the Venin, dark sorcerers who consume energy to fuel their abilities. The government has long painted the Venin as an outside threat, but Xaden hints that the truth is far more complicated. As Violet dives deeper into Basgiath's secrets, she uncovers a shocking reality. The war is not what it seems. The government has been lying about the true nature of their enemies and the origins of the Venin. The leadership has manipulated history, shaping public perception to maintain control. These revelations shake Violet to her core, forcing her to reevaluate everything she thought she was fighting for. The deeper she digs, the more she realizes that Basgiath is not simply a training ground for warriors, but a tool of oppression. The War College is designed not just to create dragon riders, but to serve a much darker purpose, one that benefits the elite while sacrificing the lives of countless cadets. Violet's mother, General Violet Sorrengail, is at the center of this deception, making Violet's struggle even more personal. With new knowledge comes new enemies. Violet's refusal to accept the status quo puts her at odds with powerful figures within Basgiath. Her friendships are tested, and she faces betrayals that cut deeper than any physical wound. The rivalry between the cadets intensifies as the school pushes them into increasingly deadly trials. One of the most harrowing challenges comes when Violet and her squad are forced to participate in a dangerous war simulation that quickly turns lethal. Instead of a controlled exercise, the cadets are thrown into a real battle, facing unexpected and deadly foes. Many of her classmates do not survive, and Violet barely makes it out alive. The experience leaves her scarred and more determined than ever to fight back against the system that views them as expendable. Beyond Basgiath, the war against the Venin reaches a boiling point. The creatures are stronger and more organized than previously believed, leading Violet and her allies to suspect that someone within their own ranks is aiding the enemy. As she pieces together clues, she realizes that the battle is not just about defeating the Venin, but about stopping those who have been feeding the conflict for their own gain. The climactic battle in Iron Flame is a breathtaking sequence of action, sacrifice, and revelation. Violet, alongside Xaden and her fellow riders, is forced to make choices that will determine the fate of not just Basgiath, but all of Navarre. In the heat of battle, her bond with Taryn is tested like never before, and she must embrace her full potential as a rider if she hopes to survive. Just when it seems like Violet has finally gained the upper hand, Iron Flame delivers a gut-wrenching twist. A betrayal from someone she trusts shakes her to the core, leaving her more vulnerable than ever. The book ends on a cliffhanger, setting up even greater stakes for the next installment in the Empyrean series. Iron Flame is a gripping continuation of Violet's journey, filled with heart-stopping action, intricate world-building, and emotional depth. Rebecca Yarros masterfully balances romance, political intrigue, and intense battles, making this sequel even more thrilling than Fourth Wing. As Violet navigates love, war, and betrayal, readers are left eagerly anticipating what comes next in the Empyrean series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this book summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing book retellings. See you in the next story.